If I can ask you to all rise, and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. This is a tremendous showing. We're all here for the same reason. This is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Despite us doing a lot with these type of events, providing tons of services, law enforcement getting additional training, domestic violence is not slowing down. In fact, our numbers show a dramatic increase. During the COVID pandemic, 19 to 20, we're talking about almost a 20% increase in the raw number of DV calls that are occurring. We're doing a lot of things great, but we have not licked this. This is one of our issues, and it's insidious, and it knows no socioeconomic boundaries, it knows no racial boundaries, it knows no boundaries, gender, it does not matter. It affects everybody across the board. I'm going to introduce our guest speaker.
Okay, so bear with me. This is actually the first time I've told my entire story. As a result of domestic violence, my mother's life ended at the young age of 28. My baby brother was just 3 weeks old when our mother was killed. My father was convicted for my mother's murder.
I wanted to be able to share my story to let people know that you can rise above, what's happened to you. I'm a victim advocate now. I've been helping victims for over 20 years, and I feel like I've been able to do what I've set out to do. My father ended up killing my mother, and then when I was in college, I was involved with a domestic violence situation.
And told me that he spent a lot of time and money on me, so I needed to pay him back. I told him no once again, and then he raped me and told me that if I screamed, he'd hurt me more. This was my first time. I was terrified. I didn't even move. This began a behavior for many, many months to come.
There can be the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not going to say that it's always that way, because I'm a realist. I know what can happen, and what did happen to my mom. She died, and so I wouldn't pretend to tell someone what their situation is, but there is help out there. There is agencies out there that can help.
I called my aunt in Arizona, who had told me that if and when I was ready to leave, that she'd help make that happen. I got back to Phoenix, and I stayed with my aunt until my parents came down for Thanksgiving to take me back home. It took a very long time for me to stop looking over my shoulder, thinking that he would show up at any time. To this day, I still bear scars on the outside and on the inside. I'm here today telling my story so people can know that you can rise above the pain and suffering. I believe that I found my calling in life, working as a victim advocate, trying to help others who have suffered at the hands of another. Thank you.
I want to thank you for sharing that story with us. I wish we could say it's never going to happen again, but she's the success story. She's the reason that you all do what you do. She's the reason you all do what you do, so we can help those people and they can turn into these success stories, that they can have a family, they can raise a child, and they can give back to our community. What I'm going to ask for now is if we can all just take a moment of silence for those that have been injured, killed, murdered, both in domestic violence and those that serve overseas. So if we can bow our heads and I'd like us to get one big picture, try and get as many of us in here as possible, and I'd like to really push it out, because to me this is us saying, as a community, we stand united against this.